Hi-ho there, neighbors. Hope you're doing well. It's I guess technically New Year's Eve, by about 20 minutes by my clock. So for those of you who are watching this before New Year's, I hope you have an enjoyable and safe New Year's Eve. Sadly, I don't have a lot on the tray because I have to work New Year's Day, so also kind of on the broke side. Christmas is rough. Anyways, that is not why I am talking to you today. Now, I am a big fan of wizards. I like wizards. I like magic. Magic is fascinating. I think that mages are interesting. Now, when I say mages, some people get this vision in their head of the guy who throws, spells left, right, and center, and big, flashy, showy, essentially a superhero with a blaster and what have you, and there's a place for that. Some people enjoy that. I've certainly read some stories that had that kind of stuff in it and enjoyed it. I've played some games that had that kind of thing in it and enjoyed it. But the heart of a wizard is that they are wise. A wizard knows things. A friend of mine and I have had some agreement on this point on occasion. We discussed it. It's very much part of the design to Dust to Dust, which is a LARP that I've helped with in the past. And my friend, Brenda Stoddard, who is a very talented individual, recently set about publishing a book he's been working on for a while. Now, I've only read part of the book. I haven't made it all the way through to the end. But what I've read is awesome. It reflects a lot of our discussions about what makes a wizard in a lot of ways. And it's kind of got a strange, not quite father-son dynamic to it, but sort of. It's weird. There's some weirdness, but it is awesome. It's a really, really well-written book. And he managed to get it up on Amazon. And it is called, and I'm going to include a link in the show notes, but just to make sure that we have it correct, the official title is Dakrah's Familiar. Maybe Dakrah's Familiar. I need to ask him the correct pronunciation. But it's Tales of Aurikesh Book 1. And it definitely refers to that notion of wizards, that wizards are wizards because they know stuff. They know the secrets. They know the little details and knowledge of how things work, the secret knowledge of the universe that allows them to access the magic that they do. And in this case, to create something, to create life. And I think that is fascinating and interesting, and he does a good job with it. He has a love of language, and you can tell in his writing. As a little anecdote of, how much he loves language, when I was working with him at Icarus, he would wander the halls sometimes like a skald of old, bellowing in Old English as he walked through the halls, because he loves the language. He's an odd bird. I won't say that he's not odd, but he's delightfully so. And I am going to encourage people to go check out his book, because it's awesome. And that, I think, is where I'm going to cut off today. I have some other stuff that I came across that I want to dig more into before I start talking about it, but it's related to my Stars series, and I'll talk about that later. Like I said, if you're going to do any New Year's Eve festivities, try and be safe. Have fun. Get your drunk on. But do it safely. Don't try and drive. Don't do anything stupid. And have a Happy New Year. And I'll probably post something tomorrow night, but I don't know what it will be. But I'll post something, because it's New Year's. It's what you do. Y'all have a good night. Subscribe, like, share with all the people. Night.